slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love.
Hi and welcome back to the Citizen channel. Another preview. They're going to come thick and fast over the next few weeks, aren't they? We're going to the Stadium of Light. I've never been in it. I've been at it, but I've never been in it. Yes, I could have gone this season, but for other problems away from football stopped me going. So hopefully, perhaps next time, next season, because I think Sunderland got a good chance of staying up, haven't they? So we'll look at that. Anyway, we're looking at Sunderland versus City, the match preview, of course. January the 1st, 2026. A brand new year, 8 p.m. kickoff, so plenty of time to get tanked up. Both sets of fans. Hopefully they'll behave themselves, that's for sure. So we'll check out the great start the Mackems have made, and they continue to make, despite us beating them at the Etihad not so long ago. Could be a different story up at the Stadium of Light. Lots of 1-0 victories for Sunderland over time, but we'll talk about that. We'll have a look back at some of the games. Not quite as bad as it seems, but not great, but not quite as bad. Plus our look at a possible Pepsi 11 after that Forest game. Yes, a couple of players might find the position in doubt, I think, so we'll see. We'll check out the bookies, what are they thinking? We've just finished the afternoon games as I'm recording this on Saturday the 27th of December, so I think the Chelsea game is continuing at the moment. It shouldn't have any impact on how Sunderland figure in the table. Certainly won't have an impact on how City are in the table, currently second after Arsenal beat Brighton, of course. So, but we'll have a look at the odds, what the bookies are thinking. I'll also be giving you my match prediction for this, my score prediction. I got the Forest one spot on. That's 2 on the trot now, so let's make it 3 in a row. That'll be something. I don't think I've ever accomplished that in the history of predicting scorelines. No Andy Morrison, though. He's not done a prediction for this one. Sadly, I think by the time the City magazine comes out, where the prediction should be, the game will be on, so a bit late for this one, but I'll give you mine anyway. So we'll look at that. Please, guys, before we do check everything out, please smash those buttons, give us those likes, guys, give us those hype points if you can spare them. Be much appreciated. Helps the content creators like myself get out there. Watching this vlog helps me do that, but it don't take you a second, does it? Press those buttons, guys. Give us your support. That's wonderful. As we aim for 60,000 subscribers over the next month or so, hopefully. So join in, hopefully get me to that, guys. That'd be much appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel, it's City past, present, and forever, which is as long as I can keep going. So please join me and press that subscribe button. Right, let's talk about Sunderland, shall we? The Mackems. Yeah, this game's on Sky Sports, by the way. Let's check out Regis Labrie Sunderland. Yes, as a coach, I'm not too familiar with, but I think the Mackem fans are far more happy than perhaps we are of knowledge of him, that's for sure. That the French coach has given them, after gaining the promotion last season, of course, did really well. And of course, doing so well this season. As I'm recording this, they're due to play at Leeds United. That'll be a feisty game tomorrow as I record this. They've got 27 points so far from 17 games, and with a game in hand on a couple above them. They sit 7th at the moment, as it's Saturday night, the 27th of December. A draw at Brighton last time out, and despite both teams having 28 shots in the game, 16 for Brighton, 12 for Sunderland, it ended 0-0, a 0-0 thriller, they probably call it, and a mix of poor finishing and good defending in a game where Sunderland perhaps should have made their first half pressure count with a goal or two, but then it was backs to the wall as Brighton came at them better in the second 45 minutes. At their own ground, of course, the Stadium of Light, City going to have to do something no team has currently done yet in the Premier League this season, and that's beat them. They've got a cracking record at home so far. 8 games, they've won 5 and drawn 3. And yeah, before this afternoon's games, I'm recording this, I think they sat 4th in the home table standings. So yeah, some quite impressive home form. So we're going to have to stop that. Fortunately, they do have a few players missing through injury and AFCON, of course. So we might not get a better chance than this at the moment. And of course, they're still glowing like those radioactive fish, probably in the Tyne way. I don't know. It's probably nice and clean now. I don't know. From the 1-0 win over Newcastle, of course. Though the game was a pretty dire affair compared to that Brighton game we talked about a moment ago. I think both teams only managed four shots each on target in the whole 90 minutes or 90 plus injury time. But this is going to be a toughie for the Blues. What about history? Well, I mentioned it before, didn't I? We used to go to Sunderland, batter them and get beat 1-0. Well, that was my impression, and it's totally true. You go back to the year 2000, it ended 1-0 to Sunderland. Go back to the year 2010, it ended 1-0 to Sunderland. Go back to the year 2012, twice in 1 year, it ended, 1-0 to Sunderland. And also go to 2013, it finished, 1-0 to Sunderland. But the last 3 times we've been in the Premier League, we beat them. So not all doom and gloom. 4-1 in 2014, 1-0 in 2016 and 2-0 in 2017. And we've also thrown in a 4-1 cup win in that as well. So so don't give up just yet, guys. But it's going to be a toughie, this one. But history tells us we've perhaps turned it round from those dreadful 1-0s that we used to suffer season in, season out. And after such a good start, perhaps the Sunderland fans may be disappointed with anything less than a top 6 to 8 finish. But that, I think, will be a big ask as the season progresses. This is match day 19. It'll be halfway through, of course. But a top half position would be credible for them. No reason why they couldn't go on and do that. They keep on, certainly the stadium will like for, and add some more points away from home. So they can do that. But, of course, we'll let them get some points after this game, shall we? Because let's talk about City. Let's have a quick look at City. Start 11 against Forest. Does he have to change it? Well, you had Donnarumma, Nunes, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Bernardo, Reinders, Foden, Cherks and Haaland. No one yet on a suspension, so we're all right on that score. Although Pep did get a booking, and I've not seen it anywhere, but I'm fairly sure if he got a booking, he was going to be thrown off the bench and have to sit in the stands. But I've not seen anything. Fingers crossed. I've been doing other things since the game, so I'm hoping that's not been confirmed. But anyway, as far as the playing side's concerned, they're all going to be there. The bench was sort of weakish. We had 3 or 4 players who probably could do a job. Trafford, Aki, Rodri, Savinho and Kusanov. But then, of course, we had McAdoo, Mukasa, Lewis and Heskey. So, looking a bit weak. So with that bench, with Chelsea at the Etihad 3 days after this game, could Pep afford to rest anyone or even consider it? Surely he's got to go his strongest team at Sunderland. I would be tempted to let things be. Obviously, Pep may have wanted to take a 2 or 3 goal lead at Forest and bring players off. That didn't happen, unfortunately. So, based on this game, perhaps looking at that Forest game, O'Reilly looked in the need of perhaps a little rest. Of course, we know at Nori now, so perhaps that's why he had a poor game. He's not worried about his position. But hey, Aki can do a job at left back, remember? So wouldn't surprise me, so I wouldn't be unhappy with that. And yes, Savvy, I thought, changed things a little bit as well. And without the availability of Doku, I don't think, of course, Rodri's, going to start against Sunderland. I think he'll be on the bench again. But of course, with no Doku about, perhaps Savvy did enough in that little cameo for a risk over sort of Reinders, although he did score Reinders. I didn't think he played particularly well. So that could be an option. Of course, as I said, with Chelsea at home 3 days later, perhaps he might risk making a couple of changes. Other than that, I think it's hard to make a case for any of the others to change on this tricky trip to the Stadium of Light. So, how about those 2 changes? I might go with that. Though if Pep again makes 1 change or no changes at all, it's not going to surprise me and I will be totally happy. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for 2 changes in this. But as I said, I won't be asked if it's 1 change or no changes at all. So I'm going to be brave and stupid probably. I'm going to go Donnarumma, Nunes, Diaz, Gvardiol, Ake, Gonzalez, Bernardo, Foden, Savvy, Cherks and Haaland. So go for that against Sunderland. As I said, it's a weaker Sunderland, fingers crossed. we can get a lead or two and perhaps mess around, or he'll play the same team, get a lead or two and make some substitutions and be able to rest them for Chelsea. But it's a chance. It'd be interesting to see. That's why Pet's paid the big money, isn't it, to decide these things, not me. So we'll see what he does. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on the City 11 for this one. My prediction, no, I'm not going for 1-0 for Sunderland. I've told you there's no reason to think that. We've done very well the last 4 times we've been up there for League and Cup. They are weak due to injury with AFCON. So I'm hoping that little bit of ball control we showed, of course. I think they'll sit further. I don't think they'll be as big a threat as Forest, and that's a brave shout, isn't it? Forest are currently 4th spot, and Sunderland are up in the top 8. But I think they'll sit back more, but they're going to work hard despite the changes, despite the people missing. But I think we'll take it 3-1. I think I'm going for an extra goal for City. I think it'll be a little bit more comfortable, hopefully. So having said that, it'll probably end up 1-0 again, won't it? But anyway, 3-1, you can get 11s on that, or 12-1 at the bookies. So let me know what you think, guys. As I say, I'll take 1-0 off Cherks' bum in the 4th minute of injury time at the end of 90 minutes. But hey, let's go for 3-1. Yeah, all these odds, guys, just some more bookies odds are as at Sunday. Saturday night, Saturday night, before Sunday, that's it, Saturday night. So these are all the prices. Of course, gamble responsibly when the funds stop and all that sort of thing, guys. If you do need help with a gambling addiction, please seek it. There's nothing worse, just one of those addictions that's so hard to get out, isn't it? So please seek help if you do have trouble. Other popular scorelines, well, you can get 7s or 15-2 on all these. You can get a 7 or 15-2 on a 2-0 City win, a 1-0 City win, or a 1-1 draw. If you also fancy a 2-1 City win, you can get 15-2 and 8 in a place. So there you go. They're the popular scorelines. As far as the Premier League, there's not a lot of change to last time out. Of course, Arsenal have just beaten Brighton, so go back to the top of the tables. I'm recording this. So you can get 8-11 on, 4-6 in a place, so no big change. City, again, not a big change either, around about 11-8, you can get 6-4 in a place on City. And of course, I'm not even looking at Liverpool and Villa, they're up 25s, 28s, 33s, and as I'm recording this, of course, I think Villa still have to play, don't they? I don't think Villa have played yet. Sunderland's an interesting one. Top half finish is 7-4. Obviously, they dropped slightly because I think they were 5th spot, weren't they, a week or 2 ago? But so the 7-4 for a top half finish. So not very generous from the bookies, but Sunderland fans, if you fancy that, you can have a go. As far as the match odds are concerned, City at 8-15 on, which I think is all right. Not as short as it was for the Forest game. I think that's about right, to be honest. I don't think there's much wrong with that one. And if you're a Sunderland fan, of course, you can Dutch the draw or a Sunderland victory. You can get 16-5 on the draw. Shop around, you might get a little bit better, of course. And a win is 5-1, so you can happily Dutch either of those, or you can go for a 1-0 win and see what happens. Good luck with that one, but not too much luck, eh? So, as I said, Sunderland fans, yeah, if you're confident of your team, as I said, you'd be interested to see how they go against Leeds, actually. And I don't know that yet. So, if they put up a good show against Leeds, I would be perhaps a little bit less optimistic. The 3-1 might be pushing it. I might go for an odd goal win again, but without that knowledge and the fact that they are missing players, I'm going for the fact that we get an extra day as well, don't we? Of course, we get an extra day's rest over and above, although it's 3 or 4 days, so it's not a total disaster for Sunderland, but we do get an extra day's rest as well. And it's going to be quite a feisty encounter, I think, at Leeds. So they used to be anyway, whether they still will be. Anyway, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Let us know your thoughts on this game. Of course, if you enjoyed the content, please stay tuned for more ways of supporting the channel. There are other ways, financial as well as just pushing buttons if you want to help me out. Or if you just want to contact me or you just want to shout out, please do so. Just stay watching and listening. Thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the feature anyway. And please, if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. That'd be wonderful. And if you're not already a subscriber, it'd be great if you could subscribe. It's absolutely free. Also, check out all my social media links. Will be in the description and comments below if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. We can chat on there and do all things City, of course. Also, if you're into film and TV, don't forget a lot of this channel is film and TV stuff. I love me film and TV like I do City. So if you're into that, have a look. Or even though someone who might not be that bothered about the football but likes film and TV, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. And special thanks as ever to supporters of the channel. P6505, they've got a little eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia mainly, including books, magazines, posters, lots of posters, and they do have some City stuff as well that they've purloined off me over time, so there'll be a few bits and pieces, probably more going on as well, so have a look at P6505 on eBay. And yes, if you do go onto eBay, and if you remember, we do have memberships, 99p a month. You get early access to all my vlogs, so as soon as I do them, you get them. Sometimes it could be months before they're published generally, so a lot of the history stuff, so you have access, the membership gives you access to that. It gives you 10% extra off at P6505 if you want to buy any of that memorabilia, so that you can actually gain that from being a member and support the channel. That's a great way of supporting the channel, of course, like watching the ads on the original thing that you've seen now, my original feature. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, also before we go, podcasts. If you like your podcasts, I do a podcast with Mike Long in South Korea. It's called Bolt from the Blue, in our 8th season. Yeah, we've had some good fun on there. We're trying to have a bit of humour, generally look at City's games as and when we play them, have a look back. So please check out that. It's on Soundcloud, Spotify, all good places you get your podcasts from. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything about this feature, and you didn't mind me asking you about this at the end. And please, all I ever ask for you is to stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues.